All right. What is your current job title, position, and how long have you been in this role for?
I'm the CEO of Southern Surplus Inc., and I've been doing this job for about 2.5 years.
Okay. What degree or training do you have in this profession, and how long did it take you to complete the degree or training?
I've got an associate's degree in business. I had started college and dropped out after about a year and a half, and then went back when I was about 25 and finished it up. And then I've been in several businesses. Some weren't so successful, and I just took that knowledge and moved forward with it.
Okay. How did you land this job position, and describe your career and educational path to this current job?
Well, like I said, I got my associate's degree, finished it when I was about 24, and I had been in a couple of different businesses throughout my life. Pretty much anybody in business. Nobody makes it the first time, and you learn more from the failures than you do the successes. So the path that I took was pretty much like they say, the school of hard knocks. You get out there and keep trying until you figure it out, and you learn something every time you do it.
Yeah. Okay. What what do you enjoy most about your job, and what do you like least about your job?
What I enjoy most is the freedom that I have being my own boss. I don't really have anybody telling me what to do. I mean, my customers tell me when I need to do stuff, and some vendors, but for the most part, when you wake up in the morning, you pretty much do what you feel you need to. That's a double-edged sword because it takes a lot of discipline to do that. You can't just wake up and do what you feel like. You have to get up and do what you know you need to do. So it's not truly freedom, but it is what I enjoy the most. Is being free to do what I know I need to do. What I enjoy least probably is just the day-to-day drudgery of running a business, the paperwork, the accounting, the bookkeeping. Some of it I enjoy, but for the most part, that's the necessity of running a business. If you don't do it, you will fail. So you have to do it. People who love doing that kind of stuff wind up being accountants and bookkeepers and stuff like that. That's not what I like.
Yeah. Okay. What advice do you have for any students who are interested in pursuing this career?
Get as much education as you can, whether it be through school or seminars, tapes, books on um, entrepreneurship, being in business. There are so many resources out there you can use. You can never have too much education, and don't be afraid to try. Start small and try it, and if it doesn't work, change gears a little bit. One other piece of advice is don't completely change what you're doing. If you learn a little bit about something and then you change fields completely, you just lost all the knowledge you learned about the other field, and you have to start from scratch again. So try and stay in the same field and build on the knowledge that you have.
Okay. What sacrifices must you make to get into the position you are in today?
It's all about time. You sacrifice time for everything. That's all you have. You have the exact same amount of time in your life as Donald Trump does, or Hillary Clinton, or anybody else. You got 24 hours in a day. It's what you do with that time that matters. If you go to the beach and you lay around all day, you just traded that amount of time for a little enjoyment. There's no future benefit to it. So you really sacrifice time when you get educated, when you're out here doing what you want to do in business. That's your time that you're giving up. It's time away from your family, time away from your friends, time away from doing things that you might enjoy, but that's what builds your future.
Okay. And if you could redo anything about your career, would you do it differently? And if so, what?
That's a real tough one because I don't really have any regrets. I don't look back and say, God, I wish I had finished my bachelor's or whatever else. Um, I'm sure there are things that I would do different if I could look back and do them, but I wouldn't be where I am. If I did anything different, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I really don't have any regrets. I wouldn't do anything really differently. Doesn't mean I did everything perfect, but I learned from everything I did.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Dad, for this interview, and thank you again.